I'm back. I still look like One-Eyed Willy, but we're gonna fix that. A lot of you have seen my mascara tutorial with the blow dryer to see how I get the length and the curl in my lash by using a hair dryer when I'm in a hurry or just because I like it that way. I'm gonna show you how I get the perfect curl in my lash and do the application without the hair dryer. As you can see, I don't have much eyelash to begin with. They're straight and they're very thin. So I use my eyelash curler, and the trick to get that perfect natural curl is you want to first do a light curl just at the very end, and I barely press that, but you can see it was enough just to bend that lash just a little bit. And then I'm gonna go about midway and do the same, and then I'm gonna go all the way to the base of my lashes and give it a really good squeeze. So that just gives it that really natural curl rather than just curling it once in the middle and bending your lash. If you do it that way, it really gives it a natural curl. So once your lashes are curled, you're gonna get the gel, the transplanting gel, and rather than pumping it up and down, I just swirl it around in there and just pull that out. And I always make sure I kind of rub the end of it just to get any extra off, and back here just to eliminate any accidents, because I'm kind of messy. I kind of wiggle it as I blink. I'm a blinker and a wiggler, and I get a really good coat on the front of my lashes. Pop that in there again, get off that excess. And then I'm going to go up the back of them as well. Just make sure I get a nice coat on there. And then I'm gonna let that dry just for a few seconds. I always do 2 coats of the gel first, just because again, I have no lashes. I have gaps in my lashes. They're pretty thin. Over time of using the 3D Fiber mascara, they have grown. There is serum in the formula, and it does promote lash growth. A year ago, my lashes were not this thick or this long, if you can believe that. I didn't have any. So after that dries just for a few seconds, I'm gonna go in and do another really good coat. I'm just gonna kind of feather back and forth between the front and the back. I want to get the tips really good this time, because that's what the gel, or that's what the fibers are gonna adhere to. So you want to make sure that you have it really well on those tips, so the fibers have something to grab onto, because that's what's gonna give you the length. So while this coat is still wet, you're gonna take your fibers and just about halfway down the length of your lash and up the back. And you'll see the fibers sticking on there. Just kind of wiggle it back and forth. And I do this really slow and carefully to make sure that I'm getting a lot of fibers stuck on there. I want these suckers as long as they're gonna go. So now that the fibers are stuck on there, I'm gonna let that dry just a little bit. I found over time that if I let it dry a little bit with the fibers on there before I do the final coat of gel, it just gives them a longer time to stick there, so that when you do that last coat of gel, they're already pretty much stuck on there. So it's just kind of tugging at them, adding a little more length. I find that if I don't let it dry between that last coat of gel and the fibers, that when I do the gel, it just pulls a lot of them off. So I kind of let that dry a little bit. And then this last coat, it's really just to seal those fibers in and make sure they're good and stuck on there, and that they're not going to fall off onto your face throughout the day. You don't want to do this harsh or vigorously or with a whole lot of gel. I just very softly, again, you just want to kind of tug at those fibers to extend them up as much as you can. And if you do it really fast, or really hard, vigorous, you're just gonna pull them off. I personally don't do the fibers on the bottom set of my lashes. I just do a little bit of the gel. And that's how I get my lashes. You can do a second coat, which we'll go ahead and do real quick here, just so you can see the added length it will give you. You always want to do gel, fiber, gel. No matter how many layers you do, stuff is very buildable. It doesn't clump as long as you don't use too much. A little really goes a long way with all of the Younique products, especially with this mascara and these fibers. So just get a really good coat on there again. And again, while that's still wet, you want to take your fibers, and again, you'll see them sticking on there and really filling out your lashes. If you wiggle it back and forth a little bit as you go, it'll give you more volume as well. You know, some people want the volume, most people just want the length. I'm greedy and I want both. So I really take my time when I do my mascara to make sure I get the desired effect. But again, I have teeny tiny baby lashes to begin with. So some of you are blessed with thick, long, lush, beautiful lashes to begin with. So you don't need to do all the dramatics that I do. Again, this last coat of gel is super, super important, because if you don't, those fibers will start falling off and it'll look like you have pepper on your face. So 2 coats, 1 coat makes a pretty big difference. So that's how I do my mascara. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching. Go get it.